PTE Describe Image 2025, a new template. Well, if you're wondering what this new template, can we still use the old template? Are templates really banned? If you're bombarded with all these questions, then trust me, today's video is the one which gives you complete insights on whether you should use a new template for your PTE Describe Image or not. Want to make most out of this video? Make sure you watch the video till the end. Hey everybody, Nakul here from SKILLS PTE Academic. Really hope everybody is doing fantastic. I'm back with yet another super awesome per-packed video on PTE Describe Image, a new template 2025. Well, before we get into the video, if you're not subscribed to this channel, kindly click on the subscribe button. Anytime you need online assistance, it's a paid assistance. You can check the information in the description of this video. We left a WhatsApp link. You can click on the link, send us a message. We will do the needful. Also to tell you, recently we released our second official ebook, that is PTE Reading Cheat Code. If you have not bought it yet, then it's time. The link in the description for both the ebooks, PTE Speaking Cheat Code and PTE Reading Cheat Code. Especially PTE Reading Cheat Code has got each and everything with respect to collocations, grammar, vocabulary, strategies, reading, improvement skills, and lot many factors. So don't miss out on this opportunity. Link in the description. At the moment we are keeping it for a very nominal fee. You can buy the combo of both speaking and reading and ace your preparation. Alright guys, so without any further delay, let's straight away get right into the video. So when we talk about PTE Describe Image, remember it is not a high priority module. Max to max 15 marks you can get. 10 to 12 to 15 marks, some 4 or 5 questions you can expect in the exam. Like I told you, 12 to 15, not more than that marks towards your speaking alone. So it looks something like this. In 25 seconds, please speak into the microphone and describe in detail what the picture is showing. You will have 40 seconds to give your response. They're gonna give an image and a timer runs, preparation time of 25 seconds. Use the time to identify some key important features. Post that a 40-second window of the recording will open. The mic will be on. You will be knowing it through a beep sound. If there is a beep sound, well and good. If there is no beep sound, see that it is shown as recording, start speaking. The next 40 seconds is your time. You got to describe an image. Well, this is the task. Let's understand how you are evaluated with respect to PTE Describe Images. 5 for fluency, 5 content, and 5 pronunciation. But remember, it is the fluency that wins the race over the content and the pronunciation. Now, what is this fluency? You got to be fluent, meaning whatever the way you speak in the PTE, read aloud, the same way you got to speak, even in Describe Image and written lecture, meaning a natural way of speech, monotone, no ups, no downs, no emphasis on the words. Just have to go with a rhythmic, proper speed, not too fast, not too slow, natural rhythmic speed, just the way I'm talking to you right now. What about pronunciation? Pronunciation is not exactly about your accent or something. Pronunciation refers to the crisp clarity. Whenever you speak something, you need to make software understand what you speak. If you're able to do that, definitely you get good marks in pronunciation, meaning open the mouth more. Don't speak, no, understand. Don't speak like this. Open the mouth a bit more and speak. Now, what about content? Now we have two things, the old method and the new method. The old method is you can use fully templated responses, meaning you don't even see the image. Just use a template. Just speak all the 5 lines of the template, done and dusted, some 15-20 seconds, click next and move on. Repeat the same for all the questions. This is the old method, but something happened in the month of November 2024. Pearson identified all these things and they clearly mentioned, henceforth, if you're still using the old method, meaning complete, fully templated responses, or just keyword, comma, keyword, comma, keyword, 3, 4, 5 words or 6, 7 words, keywords you put, rest all template covers. All these are officially banned. You cannot use them. You use them, our software will flag it for the manual review. A human will come and check, and if he or she gets to know that you have still relied on the old method, then fluency will be written as 0, content 0, and pronunciation 0, meaning you cannot rely on the old method. What was the new method? Very simple. You can use a linker or a structure. Firstly, moreover, another interesting point is, conversely, on the other hand, to summarize, these kind of linkers are just a structure. Can I use it? 100% you can use it. Can I still use some keywords? Word, comma, word, comma, word? Absolutely no. You gotta speak some sentences. So this is a new method and you have to speak for more than 20 seconds no matter what. And when you speak about the content, you gotta speak something relevant to what you see in the image. You cannot just speak something which is not there in the image. You got to see the image, look into the image and just describe what you see in the image. So accordingly, I had given this templates. Template 1.0, let's name it as. This was the template in place. It is working. You can absolutely rely on this. No need to worry. This is giving scores every day in our registered course. Students are getting 90. I hope you have seen the same in the Instagram page, SKILLS PTE Academic, or the YouTube community post. This is very much working. You can absolutely use this. But yes, I'm revealing 2 new templates today as well. The image provided is a dash. The image provided is a bar graph that gives information about number of students who passed in the exam. Read the title. While x-axis talks about read the x-axis, the y-axis talks about read the y-axis. This is applicable only for your line graph and the bar graph. And then comes 3 key contents. If you properly observe, it has a structure. In the beginning, we have an intro, and then we continued talking about the intro. That's called paraphrase. Intro, paraphrase. Now the main body with 3 key contents and then summary. These 3 key contents decide your scores. You got to speak 3 big lengthy sentences. And when you speak, you don't have to really worry too much about the grammar, too much about the logic, too much about whether you're misinterpreting the data or you're keeping the data intact. You don't have to worry. All it matters is the flow, the fluency, and yes, you got to look into the image and speak something relevant from the picture. For that, we have these 3 lines. It is evident that, conversely, another interesting point is, then conclusion, overall this image illustrates. Read the topic or whatever you want. So this is the template 1.0. Definitely working. You can use this, but now I'm revealing another template today. Template 1.1. The image is a dash. Image is a bar graph which illustrates the number of students who passed in the exam in the year 1990. While x-axis represent the years from 1990 till 2025, the y-axis represent the percentage of students. This comes only for bar graph and line graph. Second line. Now 3 key contents. You can start by saying the image provides insights into a notable observation is. Another interesting aspect is, in summary, the image highlights. Can I use this? 100% you can use. These linking words, will it give me good scores? If you properly speak without any fumbles, it also gives you good scores. But if you think this template is also difficult for me, then we have template 1.2. Let's understand that. The image is a bar graph that demonstrates number of students who passed in the exam from 1990 till 2025. The x-axis shows whatever you see in the x-axis. You read that. X-axis shows the years from 1990 to 2025. The y-axis shows the percentage of students who passed. This is applicable only for the line graph or the bar graph or maybe the area chart. Next is the image offers insights into. A key takeaway from this image is, additionally, one of the highlighting factors is, this I've made it a little lengthy one so that you get that flow. Whichever is suited, you can opt for it, whichever you think is suitable for you. The last one, overall this image emphasizes. So you can use template 1.0, template 1.1 or template 1.2. It's up to you, but remember, just using or relying on the template and thinking you will get 90 is not correct. Describe image gives you 12 to 15 marks. In the worst case, 15 marks, not more than that. Use the template, simply you will not get 15 marks. You have to fill the template rightly, without compromising on the flow. You got to speak fluently without compromising on the flow, on the hesitations or the fumbling, mumbling and all those things. And you got to speak something relevant from the picture. It may not be a great idea, even an average idea or a bad idea is still fine as long as you speak from the image. Now we'll understand a 3-step protocol, what you should follow, how to utilize the time that is given to you, 25 seconds preparation time and then 40 seconds, how to make use of this. And then I'm gonna deliver a perfect answer for some 5-6 images that I have right in front of my screen. Alright, so what is this 3-step protocols? In the beginning, 25 seconds will be given. The step 1, in 5 to 6 seconds, you got to look into the image, identify 3 things. Not more than that, is just 5 to 6 seconds. The remaining 20 seconds or 18 seconds, that's the step number 2. Whatever you identified, 3 key contents, write them down in short if possible. You would have gotten a booklet and a marker if you want, or you can just try to speak some sentences using these 3 key contents for the next 15 to 18 seconds. Now 25 seconds is done. Now you have already gotten a rehearsal. There are a lot of things in the image. You have already pinned down 3 key contents. You also have pinned down how to speak for these 3 key contents. May not be absolutely perfectly, like a meticulously crafted answer, but you have some idea because you may have spoken them once in the remaining 18 to 20 seconds, or you would have written in short in the remaining 16 to 18 or 20 seconds. Now you are ready the remaining 40 seconds, step 3. Very, very simple. Remember this. When you speak, don't worry about grammar. That's the first thing. You worry about grammar, you fumble. I think when I speak on my own, my grammar is wrong. Gone case, I'm telling you. Grammar is not evaluated. It is your fluency, content and pronunciation. Don't worry about grammar. Don't worry about misinterpreting the data. Oh, it was 82% passed in 1990. By mistake, I told 72%. Oh, let me come back and correct it. Marks gone. Even if it is wrong, it's okay, because you're looking into the image and speaking. Sometimes all these things happen. As long as whatever you speak present in the image to some extent, it is absolutely fine. Don't worry about grammar. Don't worry about logic. Don't worry about whether you're misinterpreting the data or not. Don't worry about content. What you need to worry is the fluency. It should just flow. Like the river that flows. Don't construct a dam. Don't have a barricade. Let it just flow. Let your words just flow. Don't worry too much about anything else but your fluency. You do this, you will have a wonderful score from any of the templates that I just discussed. Now let's practice some describe image. I'll add a timer of 25 seconds and then I'll give a timer of 40 seconds. You try preparing in 25 seconds. 125 second is done. I'll indicate a beep sound and then a 40-second buffer window will open. You try to speak on your own, and once 40 seconds is done, I'm gonna come back and show you what is my perfect answer. Later you can evaluate how you spoke and how I am speaking. Is there a difference? What marks I get? What marks you get? How many fumbles you did? All this, clarification you can actually make from this. So I'm adding a timer of 25 seconds. I'm showing the image now. The moment I show the image, 25-second timer will run. Post 25 seconds, there would be beep sound, beep, and then 40-second window will open. Start speaking. Post 40 seconds, I'm gonna come back and show you how to do it. Alright, I really hope you have spoken this. A little tricky one because there is no title. It is just the numerics and there is nothing written about what the image is all about. In such scenarios, what should we do? I've seen number of students just shut their mouth and don't do anything because they're confused. Because you're putting your logic. Logic, no marks, man. What gives you mark is you have to speak anything, man. Now let me just show you how I'm gonna speak. The image provided as a pie chart that gives information about children, adults and seniors with the age of 65 plus and how much they survived. Firstly, it is evident that children with the age of 0 to 18 survived 23.59%. Conversely, adults with the age range of 19 to 25 and the adults with the age range of 26 to 34 survived for 8.71% and 12.47% respectively. Another interesting point is adults with the age range of 55 to 64 and seniors with the age range of 65 plus have survived for lesser duration, which is approximately 13.18% and 16.53%. Overall, this image illustrates the survival rates among different stages of a human life. I know I did not make any sense. I myself doubt what I spoke about, but I'll get full marks for this because I did not fumble. I definitely spoke from the image. Everything that I spoke was from the image and I used a proper structure of the linking words. So this is what is required. First is the courage. If you have that courage, things will automatically fall in place. If you don't have that courage, then you got to get that, and courage will come only through knowledge. It's a computer. It can never make out exactly whether you're talking exactly to the image or not. As long as you speak something from the image should be fine. But what it can make out is this is sound it needs. You give this along with some data, you're gonna get the scores. Moving on to the second question, 25-second preparation time. Prepare well, try the things that I talked about, that I told you, and then 40-second speaking time. Post that, I'm going to come back and show you how to do it. Let's start. Let me just help you with how to do this. Trust me, I promise I've not prepared for this. I'm just looking into the image now. Vehicle color involved in total loss collision. Frequency, colors of blue, red, green, black, probably black and gray have the highest collision percentage or frequency. Now I'm starting it. The image provided is a bar graph that gives information about vehicle color involved in total loss collision. The x-axis talks about the colors ranging from blue to white. The y-axis talks about the frequency in terms of the multiples of 5 from 0 to 65. Firstly, it is evident that gray color vehicle has been involved in the collision for most number of times with a value of approximately 55. Conversely, the red and the white comes the last in the list with a value of only 25 and 35% of total collision. Another interesting point is blue and green have almost the same rate of collision with a value of almost 40. Overall, this image illustrates the vehicle color involved in the total collision between blue, red, green, black, etc. You just have to speak no matter what you speak, how you speak. If you do this, you'll get the scores. You're not doing this. You're fumbling. From the image, it is clear that the blue color almost this would be 0. I'm telling you, I'm not exaggerating. 100% this could be 0 out of 4 or 3 from one describe image question. If you're wondering, I use the template, I should get the marks and what the templates are for, then that's not the way how it works. If you're fluent, you get the scores. Templates would only help you get that flow. It will not give you the scores. It's you who get that score, not just the template. Remember this. Now we'll quickly move on to the third question. Let's start. I've got a big picture. It's got a lot of things in it. 25 seconds and then 40 seconds. Let's start. Alright, I really hope you have done it. Let me just start with the right answer. I have not really prepared for this. Probably I need 5 seconds to understand. Annual greenhouse gas emissions by sector: industrial process 16.8, probably land use and biomass burning 10%, agricultural byproducts 12.5%. These 3 are enough. The bottom, carbon dioxide, methane, not required, man. It's not mandatory to speak everything. I think this is enough for me to speak for 25 to 30 seconds. Let me start with it. The image provided is a pie chart that gives information about annual greenhouse gas emissions by sector. Firstly, it is evident that industrial process contributes to 16.8% of the greenhouse gas emissions annually. Conversely, power stations contribute to 21.3% annually to the greenhouse gas emissions. Another interesting point is agricultural byproducts and fossil fuel retrieval, processing and distribution approximately contribute almost the same, around 12.5% and 11.3% to the annual greenhouse gas emissions. Overall, this image illustrates the annual greenhouse gas emissions by sector with respect to carbon dioxide, methane and nitrous oxide. Just to speak, man. Have a structure, the linker will get you the flow. Just speak without fumbles, you're gonna make it. I believe you're gonna make it. We go to the next question, 25 seconds preparation time followed by 40-second recording time. Here we go. Alright, let's understand how I'm gonna come up with the perfect answer for this. I just need 5 seconds. Sales by month for 2014, product X starts with 2000 and ends with 6000 in December. Product Y starts with 10,000 and then goes down to 6,000. Product Z almost follow the same path as product Y, but in the December it goes little up to 8,000. Let me just start with that. The image provided is a bar graph that gives information about sales by month for 2014. Well, the x-axis talks about the months from Jan to December. The y-axis talks about the sales from 0 to 12,000. Firstly, it is evident that in the month of January, the product X has a sales of around 2,500 value, but in the month of December, the product X value has gone up to 6,000. Conversely, the product Y value had almost 10,000 sales in the month of January, but towards the month of December, the value has dipped down, ending with a value of almost 5,000. Another interesting point is the product Z values almost follow the same path as the product Y, but towards the end of December, product Z is almost ending at 7,000. Overall, this image illustrates the sales by month for 2014 across product X, Y and Z. You just have to speak. Now we will move on to the last question, 25 seconds preparation time followed by 40-second recording time. Let's start. Alright, I really hope you have solved it. Let me just take 5 seconds to analyze what it is and then start speaking. First quarter sales by salesperson. Now salesperson is Harry, Richard, Mary, Rita and James. Probably Harry I will pick it up. Then Richard is small and then I'll take probably Mary. 2,000, 1,000 and 1,500. Let me just start with it. The image provided is a bar graph that gives information about first quarter sales by salesperson. While x-axis talks about the names between Harry, Richard, Mary, etc., that is salespersons, the y-axis talks about the sales ranging from 0 to 2,400. Firstly, it is evident that the first salesperson, Harry, hits a value of 2,000 sales in one quarter. Conversely, Richard hits a very low value with a value of only 1,000 for the first quarter. Another interesting point is James almost hit a value of 1800, being the second most highest quarter sales in the first quarter by a salesperson. Overall, this image illustrates the first quarter sales by salesperson across many salespersons such as Harry, Richard, Mary, Rita, and James. That's all. Just speak, man. Whether you pick up Harry, Richard, or you like Mary, Rita, James, doesn't matter. What software likes from you is your flow, the fluency. You give that, you are a king. You don't, now you know what to become. As simple as that. Work on this. Don't worry about grammar. Don't worry about logic. Practice well. When you practice, convince your subconscious. No matter what, it is not the grammar, it is not the content, it is not anything else but the fluency, fluency, fluency. You convince this part like this. Trust me, it works magical just like this. You don't do this and just practicing without understanding what it is, then probably practicing will give you just mental satisfaction. It will not fetch you the results. This is the only truth. I think that's all for today. I really hope this was an informative content. If you think the same, like, share and subscribe, and leave your valuable comments in the comment section. This is Nakul signing off, Nakul. Nakul signing off from SKILLS PTE Academic. Soon we'll be back. Till then, take care. Bye-bye. Thanks much.